So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Cyberspeak Labs. Normally, we will be entering the lab to learn and collaborate and understand a new technology. So, I'm very excited for the 2024 year. TryHackMe has released a Advent of Cyber Challenge. And I'm not really one to get into advent calendars. I always forget about them or I'm very impatient and I just open all of the advent boxes for December. But I'm really excited for this TryHackMe one. Specifically, TryHackMe does a really good job of making sure to really challenge and make their, I would say, workshops very enjoyable and entertaining. So I'm going to be doing, or at least try to do, a video series through all the different advent challenges. And I will say, and I will be very honest about this, I am very behind. I'm recording this right now on December 7th. So yeah, and I'm just now starting on day one. So sorry if you are very ahead or if you've been stuck on a challenge. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start this. One of the cool things I really enjoy about the advent of cyber challenges that TryHackMe does is not only do you have a lot of opportunities to win these really cool prizes, but they have their own little characters, which is very cool in my opinion. We have McSkitty and Glitch, which is just the cutest names for elves. If I'm assuming they're elves, but just absolutely the cutest names for little cyber elves. And against Evil Mayor Malware's plan. What a name. So I don't know who came up with these names over in TryHackMe, but kudos to you. I'm a fan of these. I honestly, if I can have some Advent of Cyber calendar swag and have McSkitty on there, absolutely. I would be wearing that in the office every single day. So looks like we have a lot of prizes this year, and including DEF CON tickets with accommodations. Oh, that's exciting. DEF CON is a very cool conference. A lot of passionate people go to these conferences and stuff like that. But look at all these swag items. That's amazing. So thank you, TryHackMe, for really doing all this for the community. And it's free to play Advent of Cyber, which is awesome. So it was a really cool marketing deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this cookie experience down here. Now, let's see here. All winners will be chosen at random, verified by our team. No cheating allowed! Exclamation point. So sorry if you're watching this and walking through the labs as you go through the advent of cyber, but it looks like this will be announced on Monday, January 6th. So I am going to try to do this as well as I can without any of the edits, just because, you know, I think it's fun when you see people in the field struggle through different challenges in different rooms. And, you know, I have a background in cyber defense, so I'm hoping there's going to be some cool things in here on the forensic side that I normally don't get to touch as often. But again, you know, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time as we go through here. So to qualify, you know, I'm not really here for the cool prizes. I'm here for the fun experience. So I'm going to go down here. Man, good for Ben Spring being on the front page of this. So I don't know if this is a real person or not, but congrats on being on the front page of TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber. So let's see here. Finally, if you complete every task and event, you'll have a certificate of completion badge. Oh, how fun. And apparently we get a Mayor Malware Evil badge as well. How awesome is that? So feature videos, we task release supporting video walkthroughs. Oh, how cool is that? Most recent days videos will be displayed at the top of the room, but all videos will be available within the relevant task content. Awesome. Well, that's really cool. This year's of advertisement features creators include, oh wow, these are a lot of cool people in the industry. Oh, and even KevTech. How cool is that? KevTech's awesome if you follow them. Okay, so I want to go ahead and complete my first task and say that I have understood the instructions and the terms and conditions. I'm going to go ahead and mark complete. Whoop whoop. These are awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna go down, join our community. So I already do follow them on a lot of these different platforms. Oh, that's awesome that they got a Discord server. Discord's really cool for a lot of tech and cyber people. You know, it's just a great collaboration out there in community. And cyber swag, oh man, how awesome are these swag items? Really cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mark complete, because we're just gonna pretend I'm already joining the Discord here. And is there a dedicated Advent of Cyber Challenger where you can discuss daily challenges? I'm just gonna say yes, because I would assume so. That would be the point of their Discord, right? So awesome. Whoop whoop. This is not gonna get old at all. Okay, so followed on LinkedIn, I absolutely have, and in fact, if you're not following me on LinkedIn, I highly would appreciate any subscribers or followers. I always enjoy to see what the community is doing. So yeah. All right. Now follow us on X, absolutely. I'm already following them. You can also follow me at Cyber Reanna. I'm not as active on X as I am on Blue Sky. I you know, there's a whole back and forth about Blue Sky and X, but I'm not gonna get into that because that's not the purpose of this video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I have followed them on all the socials, and you know, sorry to TikTok on and within January. For obvious reasons if you're a United States-based user, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and say that we're following them. Now, let's go ahead and go down to our third task with TryHackMe for Business. Oh, that's awesome. I really like the marketing that they do here. It's very well flown, especially, I mean, I don't know if you guys are in capture the flag events, but they have a lot of cool capture the flag events on TryHackMe, and sometimes people get a little competitive with them, but you know, hey, that's the fun part about being in cyber, right? Okay, so short TryHackMe tutorial. New task will be released every day at 4 p.m. GMT time. Okay, so that's good to know. And then the nice little walkthrough. Gotta connect to the machine. Honestly, I'm gonna be sitting here reading on how to do this, and I'm probably gonna get stuck on how to even launch my machine. So we'll probably come back to this at some point, or I might have to pause the video to come back to it at some point. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and click complete task, and now we're gonna learn about glitch. Oh, how adorable is this? It's a little comic book. Okay, so how the glitch stole SOC-Mas. I can't. So I guess I was wrong earlier. I thought glitch was gonna be an elf. Man, okay, now I'm sad because now I feel like I can't like glitch. Okay, so in the tech-savvy town of Wareville, SOC-Mas, I absolutely can't with these puns. The annual celebration of cybersecurity was near, but lurking in the shadows was glitch. Misunderstood by all the wares in Wareville. That's starting to feel like a very similar holiday tale that we all know. Oh man, look at this guy. Oh, he's adorable. Foolish wares. I can't. Mayor malware. Oh my gosh. I hope whoever is designing this had a lot of fun because I am reading this. Mayor malware, charming but deceptive. I feel like that's a lot of pen testers that we know. Charming but deceptive was plotting to control Wareville by undermining its cybersecurity. Man, look how menacing he is. He even has a book called Evil Plan. This is fantastic. And it's red. You know, it's super top secret when the book is red with the bold letters Evil Plan on it. Ugh, I can't even. So, we'll continue on here. Unbeknownst to the town, Glitch was silently fortifying the town's defense against unseen cyber threats. Oh, okay. So maybe Glitch is a good guy. We can go back to liking Glitch and his very bushy eyebrows. So we'll go down here. Oh my gosh. She is so cute with her little eyes. So Miss Skitty. Oh my gosh. She's Miss Skitty. I love it already. I'm not gonna lie, when I was scrolling down, I thought these were little hands, but they're just her pigtails, so she's adorable. Miss Skitty Software, the town's brilliant cybersecurity expert, noticed strange activity in the SOC system. She does look like a SOC. Yeah, she definitely looks like a SOC analyst with her little gloves and pigtails. So meanwhile, Mayor Malware, sensing that the control was slipping, turned the town against Glitch, framing him as the cause of every cyber threat. Why do I feel like Mayor Malware is like your typical insider threat in a company, and this is what you should look out for when you take those HR training videos? But you know what, Glitch is a cute guy with his little eyebrows and purple fur, and you got Mayor Malware with his frolic of hair happening over here. So good for Mayor Malware. So following the digital trail, Miss Skitty Software discovered the truth. Glitch was protecting Wareville, not sabotaging it. Look at her giant eyes with this magnifying glass. Oh, they're always in different directions. I love it. He's so cute. Oh, hello, Glitch. So realizing the truth about Mayor Malware, McSkitty Software joined. Oh my gosh, she has such a cute name. What is this dog over here? Our joint forces with Glitch to expose the mayor's treachery. So we have McSkitty, the cyber analyst. We have Glitch, who is basically, I would call him the staff and architect if you're talking about corporate America. And then you have the dog. Oh, this dog is so cute. Okay, so now that we kind of have a back story here with Mayor Malware and his beautiful luscious hair and the evil plan, we can go down here now. So the snow was falling on tech town of Wareville and all the different Ware families. Oh my gosh. I'm the nerd person inside of me is just giddy with glee right now with all the different, I would say dad jokes almost within this. So getting ready for a town meeting, we see the softwares and the freewares. Oh my gosh. Softwares and freewares skating down the neon lit frost lines. I hope TryHackMe had fun writing this. We turn to Server Street. Oh my gosh. Okay. See the hardwares and firmwares marching downtown. I'm just imagining like little keyboards and mice and motherboard gadgets, just like with legs and eyes, you know, just marching down a server street. So we have festive server lights blinking and flickering. A lot of RGBs happening, it sounds like. It's time to start preparing for SOC-Mas, the most joyous time of the year. You know, people might disagree with me, but I feel like SOC-Mas officially starts on Cyber Monday because, you know, it's the name of the holiday, Cyber Monday. So let's continue on. If we lift our eyes, we'll see beyond the buzzing city, a snow-covered mountain of discarded technology, boulders of old printers, cracked monitor cliffs, and server rack ridges held together by vines of Ethernet cable. I know like they're trying to paint a picture here, but it just sounds so cute still. So in a single old gaming chair at the peak. Yeah, I feel like everyone can relate to this sentence here. This is Mount Hackett, and no wares dare to go there. They fear it not because of the frequent floppy disk avalanches. The wares avoid Mount Hackett because of the glitch. The glitch layer is hidden in a deep cave, and he's there now. He grabs a few cables hanging from the ceiling and plugs them in, and although not as new and shiny as Wareville's, his servers work just fine. And I don't know about you, if you're building a home lab or if you're just building a PC, when I was building my PC, I'm not gonna lie, it's so hard to go out there and just buy brand new hardware, especially when you're first starting. And so I have a Frankenstein of a computer sitting somewhere that's just a bunch of random pieces that I put together. But hey, it works, right? We all have to start somewhere. So I can relate to Glitch. I can relate to Glitch in his lair. So the Glitch has been watching Wareware's security for years, and the SOC-Mas will not be different. The Wares might fear the Glitch, thinking he's an evil hacker. I mean, honestly, let's be real. If you work in cyber, everyone just thinks that you hack everything all day. But it doesn't matter. Cracking his fingers, he starts typing, establishing the Connected Towns network. Time to hack. You know what? This is so true. Like, I know they're just trying to make a cute little story here, but I can't feel like I'm personally targeted by some of these sentences, including cracking fingers. I feel like whenever I'm about to like have a super deep dive into logs or, you know, a really intense meeting, the first thing I do is just crack my fingers and wrists and pop my neck, and I'm like, all right, we're going down to business. So anyways, it looks like we have Marme here, the SOC-Mas organizer. Oh, Marme sounds adorable. Climbing up on the stage of the town. When the town, all the lights suddenly flicker. All the wares look around confused, but it passes quickly and everything returns to normal. In the city hall, Mayor Malware slams his fist on his desk. Blocked again, he shouts angrily. This insufferable glitch is at it again. The mayor's plan to stop SOC-Mas preparation by sabotaging tonight's meeting was unsuccessful. I'll have to think of something better for tomorrow. In the meantime, Wareville SOC is in chaos. Analysts are trying to discover what causes sudden power urge to threaten all tech town. McSkitty Software, the town's leading cybersecurity expert, points a log file on the screen and explains, "Now I don't know exactly what happened. but this proves we had a connection from Mount Hackett. McSkitty runs out of the SOC and heads up the mountain. When she reaches the cave, she does not expect the glitch waiting for her. 2 cups of hot cocoa in his hands and his dog curled up at his feet. You know what? I'm just saying, if I was working in this town and the lights started flickering and all of a sudden, you know, we're getting alerts on the screen that, oh man, something's happening. And then all of a sudden I have this log file on my computer that goes, hey, John Smith down the street was here. Look at this log file he left. I am not going to be knocking on John Smith's door and expecting him to hand me 2 cups of hot chocolate with his dog staring up at me like, hey, come on in. We have bagels and beverages. Come join us here in my own SOC in my basement. Like, no. I appreciate the invite, but no. But I guess here, you know, Glitch isn't Glitch and McSkitty and all of the Wareville wares. they sound more homey and more inviting than I would say the average person's. But it takes most of the evening, but the Glitch explains what he's been doing, protecting the town from Mayor Malware's evil plans. It looks like Mayor wants to completely stop SOC-Mas from happening this year. The Glitch knows that Wares might mistrust or hate him, but he wants to help. So now, united by a common purpose, McSkitty and the Glitch start their work in the Mount Hackett cave because they're the only ones standing between Wareville and chaos. So this got released, it looks like before November. And like I said, I'm a little behind on going through these, but I'm super excited. This is a great story lineup. We got some really adorable characters, Glitch and Glitch Dog and McSkitty and the handsome Mayor Malware with his evil plans. So I'm very excited to deep dive into this. So, all right, sounds serious. I will be here to help Glitch on December 1st. Absolutely, sign me up. We're on our way to protect SOC-Mas. So we're gonna go down here and we're just gonna go subscribe with a discount. Oh, that's a really good discount for TryHackMe, $7.35 a month. So yeah, I had premium for TryHackMe for a bit and I absolutely loved it. There's a lot of good learning paths. So definitely something I would recommend looking into, but for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this offer. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so we're gonna go down to task 7. So this is day 1, and that's right. TryHackMe said that they're gonna have a guide, you know, or a tutorial video up here, and that is amazing, sure. And we got Glitch here, the icon for Advent of Cyber. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna watch the video. If you want to watch the video, you absolutely can. It looks like it's posted on YouTube. So McSkitty's finger flew across the keyboard, hopefully after he cracked her, or after she cracked them, and her eyes narrowing at the suspicious website on the screen. She had dozens of malware campaigns like this. This time, the trail led straight to someone who went by the name Glitch. Too easy, she muttered with a smirk. I still have time, she said, leaning closer to the screen. Maybe there's more. Little did she know, beneath the surface lay something far more complex than a simple hacker's handle. This was just the beginning of a tangled web, unraveling everything she thought she knew. And you know what? One thing I will say, and I grew up reading Nancy Drew books, and whenever I get my hands, I refer to them as juicy logs. You know, people can call that whatever they want, but I call it juicy logs because right when you cut into a good piece of that log, it just starts spilling out and you're like, oh man, there's all this information. And, you know, I feel like Nancy Drew in the books putting together like what happened, what was the impact. And, you know, it's very exciting. It's a cool thing. It's one of the cool things being on the defense side. But, oh my gosh, look at this little cookie reef. How cute is that? And her pigtails. All right, McSkitty. So this is our learning objectives. We're going to learn how to investigate malicious link files, learn about OPSEC and OPSEC mistakes. That is very true. So I'm very glad that they're highlighting this because this is something that we probably should be better at on the defense side. And yeah, so anyways, we're going to also understand how to track and attribute digital identities in cyber investigation. So before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card. Show we start virtual machine, pressing the start machine button. The VM should be fully loaded in 3 minutes. Man, that's very promising, TryHackMe. So I'll put my trust in you. And additionally, you'll need the attack box, which can be launched by clicking start attack box on the page. So first things first, before moving forward, review the questions. We're going to investigate the website, it looks like, and yeah, okay. So review the questions on the question card and start the virtual machine by pressing the start machine button. So we're gonna go up here. Oh, and that's really, I like that TryHackMe does that. They have a little definition pop up if you don't know what that is. So it's very, very friendly for beginners. So let's see here. See, this is what happens when, oh, it's right here, start machine. I'm also recording this. I just woke up for the day, so I'm one that I have to have caffeine to function. And I definitely have not had my caffeine yet for the day. So I do apologize if things are a little rough on my side, but you know, that's the beauty of watching someone do this live without edits, right? Okay. Oh, and you got a little help button down here. That's really cool. So if you're clicking start machine and encounter an issue, Reanna, it's just a high demand. What can you do? Keep trying. Machines are become available as demand fluctuates. If you're still having trouble, come back later when it's less busy. Oh, okay. So, I don't know where the machine goes. Oh, here we go. It goes right up here. So I'm just gonna hit a bunch of hours because, slow down. That's funny. Okay, so now we're gonna do start attack box. And I'm guessing this is, okay. Connect to our network via VPN. Okay, so I'm just over here learning. And remember earlier when I was like, oh, maybe I should go back and read the instructions at some point? Yeah, I probably should have. So, so it looks like we get it for free 1 hour a day. Okay, cool. Okay, so we did get this. We got that deployed up here. I wonder... I don't get that split screen option, so I wonder if I did something... Oh, if the split screen option's available, okay. Okay, so... This is also me being impatient, so I'm sorry if you're one of those people that like to read questions 1 to 20. I'm one of those people that I read questions 15, then 20, and then back to 1. Mostly because I'm impatient. Okay, cool. So, let's start back up here. The website we're investigating is a YouTube to MP3, currently being shared amongst organizers of SOC-Mas. You decided to dig deeper after hearing some concerning reports of the website. Okay. From your attack box, access the website by visiting 10.10.199.132. Okay. So, I wonder... This is me being super literal too, because I like how the attack box already has mirror malware, what looks like to be in handcuffs, so... I don't know if we're foreshadowing here, but that's okay. So it looks like we're gonna be visiting this IP address. Oh, it even has the little like bookmarks. It's so cute. TryHackMe. So I'm just gonna start by doing the HTTP in front of this. Again, I'm one of those very literal people, so I don't know if I need to specify HTTP here or if the lab will just take me straight to it. Oh, looky here. Oh, YouTube to MP3 converter. So, okay, now that we're here, at first glance, the website looks legit and presentable. Yes, very legit here. The About page says that was made by The Glitch. Interesting. So, I wonder if I can go in here and interact. Oh, look at Glitch. How considerate of them to make our job easier. Absolutely. Key features, 24/7 monitoring by super secure AI. No suspicious activity whatsoever. I, the glitch, promise. You know, this is totally legit. I, the glitch, personally guarantee that this converter is completely secure and trustworthy. You know what? Any phishing website, you know, that definitely definitely is not what it appears to be. If you have a disclaimer that says guarantee it's completely secure, absolutely, I feel better already. So scrolling down, you'll see the list of features which promises to be secure and safe, absolutely. But this isn't very likely, obviously, right? You know, again, foreshadowing. So YouTube to MP3 converter websites. These websites have been around for a very long time. And yes, it absolutely has. I remember back in the day before, you know, before we had like Spotify streaming services or Pandora Music and even Apple Music, it was people were coming to school and they're like, oh, I made this YouTube video into an MP3 so I can just listen to that annoying orange all day at school. And I'm like, I don't think you should be doing that. But this is something that still happens today, and something we often see, especially if people are trying to bypass those copyright issues or even, you know, those paywalls, and they just will try to screen share and upload this MP4 and convert it back to an MP3. You know, people are going to try to do what they can to, I would say, pirate videos or pirate music, and it's not legal in a lot of places, first off, and second off, you know, influencers and music artists, a lot of people put a lot of time and energy into their videos, and they should get the credit for that. Absolutely. So, and again, right, they're not only just not legal, but they are packaged with a lot. So when you upload these items and then you download them back down to your computer and they're a zip folder, not all the time are they packaged with just that MP3. Sometimes they might have a silent script with it, or especially if you launch that MP3, it could be accepting a intrusion to your computer and maybe potentially expose an info stealer where your passwords and banking and credit card information that's saved in a browser can harvest that and send that information out to a adversary where they can probably sell this information or use it for their personal gain. So these are things I definitely don't ever recommend. It can absolutely cause more harm than good. Just don't use them. Just don't use them at all. So we have different categories for this: malvertising, phishing scams, bundled malware, right? These are things I just highlighted as to what can happen if you interact with these. So they're notorious for things due to this website. So what does that have for store to us? So let's find out by pasting any YouTube link in the search from pressing convert button, then select MP3. This should download the file that we convert. For example, we can use, I'm guessing this is just gonna be a TryHackMe video that we can use. Oh, please, Rick Astley. All right. Thank you, TryHackMe. I appreciate this so much. So we're gonna take this not Rick Astley video and paste this into this converter. And yes, I know I copied a little bit more than I should. So we're gonna go back and oh, it's because we did this. Okay, so I'm just gonna mainly type this here. We have youtube.com watch ? And then that shorn link to the not Rick Astley video that we have here. 9 capital W G X C Q, a classic if you ask me. Yes, TryHackMe, it is a classic. So thank you for that lovely troll that you've given us. So we're gonna select MP3 or MP4. I personally would love Never Gonna Give Up as an MP3. I can make this into super cool text tone apparently. So all right, so once downloaded, okay, so download file, super secure, approved, yes. So don't look over here, nothing suspicious happening here as we're downloading a very well approved non-thwarted zip file. So once downloaded, navigate to your downloads folder. So I'm just gonna click the little folder icon here, and we got this downloaded zip in our root folder apparently. We're in here as admin. So why not? So, locate the file name download.zip, which we have, right click and extract to. In the dialog box, click the extract button and complete the extraction. All right, we can absolutely do that. So we're gonna right click, extract to, and yeah, I'm guessing, then click the extract button in the extraction. So extract button. Oh, it's because I have split screen on. I didn't see it down here. Awesome. Well, it looks like we have to, and this is something I always get giddy about being on the defense side, is when you see that common misspelling with artifacts in your investigation. And for example, we have song, song.mp3, and then we have song.mp3. And also what made this really interesting is that it placed a burp JSON. So I'm guessing this JSON is gonna probably be part of some key artifact as to potentially uploading something to a page. I don't want to open this yet, just because I don't want to poke around too much and get ahead of myself, and I'd ruin the fun of SOC-Mas over here. But it's always so fun when you look and you see like these artifacts with that very little misspelling, even like with emails and phishing campaigns. Threat actors are very, very clever, and they'll try to mimic things that look like very similar, like maybe an O will be a 0, or an N is an M, or an L is a 1. So just trying to masquerade that to bypass those filters or even the human eye. So anyways, I can nerd about this all day, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move down to this next example we have here. So you'll now see two files, song.mp3 and song.mp3 as well. So definitely something I already called out. So to quickly determine the file's contents, double click on the terminal icon on the desktop and run the file command on each one. First, let's try checking song.mp3. So awesome. And again, I don't know if I have noise up or anything like that, but if it does play Rick Astley, I'm sorry, Rick Astley. All right, so we're gonna do file song.mp3. We're just gonna, okay, cool. So it looks like contains MPEG, EDS. All right. So there doesn't be anything suspicious according to the output, which I would agree, right? This looks like a pretty standard audio file. Especially when it contains this as the contents. And if we look over here, it does have something in it. It's not an empty file, or it's not obnoxiously large or super small. I would consider this to be pretty standard, right, for a 15-second, or I guess this is an ad, however long this video is. But yeah, if it was like a 2-hour video, obviously we would see the file to be larger, but yeah, this seems legit. So let's go ahead. We're gonna continue on to our task that we have here, and we're gonna go to song now, the not so suspicious file. So now that we have this, oh, that's interesting. So this is a Windows shortcut item. And I like that TryHackMe does this here, where they show what it's supposed, like what a normal file looks like, and then what a potential like suspicious or something that's not supposed to be there. So I really like the here's Waldo and then here's Waldo's dog. So really clever TryHackMe. I really enjoy that educative platform. So the output tells you that instead of an MP3, that it is a Microsoft Windows shortcut, which is true. This is what we see right here. And the file type is used to Windows to link another file, points to a file directory. And man, maybe I can make this a little bit bigger. Maybe, oh, I just exited split view. How do I go back? Show split view, there we go. And there are multiple ways to inspect a link file. So these shortcuts can be used to run commands, which is very, very true. Sometimes these shortcuts will call to a script, which we did see that JSON. So I'm very curious if we had ran this, what it would do. This is something that if this was real world, right? Obviously I wouldn't be running this on my home desktop. I would be trying to recreate that whole bigger picture in maybe a sandbox environment, or somewhere safe where the network connections outbound is very limited, and I could just recreate that attack chain. Because on the defense side, not only am I trying to tell exactly what happened, which in this instance, we can see lights flicker on and off and, you know, a guiding glitch was there. But, you know, now it's like, what exactly was it supposed to do? If it wasn't successful, what was it aiming for, right? Was it aiming for root in this instance, or was it aiming to do something else? So that's the cool piece about being on the defense side. And then of course, once you get that attack chain, and you can go back and look at your SOC alerts and you're like, hey, did this even catch it, right? Which in this instance, it wasn't really clear to me on that initial discovery, other than, you know, the lights flickering. And then we had that very amazing analyst. Oh man, I just went blank on her name again. McSkitty, I believe was her name. Yeah, McSkitty, yeah. So, you know, other than McSkitty pulling up this file and analyzing it. So we're just gonna go ahead. I can sit here and talk about this all day, but we're gonna go ahead and move down to the next one here. And there are multiple ways to inspect .link files to retrieve the embedded commands and attributes. And this is, if you're an entry level, if you're, or even doing like, I would say hands-on interviews, and this is a question, a lot of like, this is in my opinion, is very, very important, because this is a way where threat actors can go and masquerade their threats in an environment. And it's also a way to essentially have a very good way of hiding that attack chain in the back end, right? We can see here that it looks like an MP3. It's trying to look like song, right? It's trying to hide those very suspicious commands that it's trying to launch. So for this room, however, we'll use XFET tool, which is already installed on the machine. XFET's very great. You can pull metadata from XFET, and you can just kind of see the behind the scenes, exactly what's going on with that file. Because right now we can just see the name and we can see, you know, what it's trying to do or what it's designed to do. But now we exactly want to go in and see, hey, when was this created? What exactly is it supposed to do? You know, telling that full story. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to that next step here. So we have XFET. So in this tool, you can use this on a Windows machine too. It's really fun to play with. You can click and drag images. If you do anything with the National Cyber League, there's a whole capture the flag area with metadata extraction using XFET tool. So it's a very, very cool tool. So we have modification time, we have permissions, which is we have read and write, and then this is interesting here. So if we go down here, calling a PowerShell, that's interesting. And it looks like it is executing, calling to this download file, which is a PowerShell script. It's going to be placing it in the program data folder. That's interesting. And it looks like get content, selecting them. Oh, that's just our machine ID. Sorry, thought that was part of the actual script. So that's very interesting. That's definitely not something an MP3 would do. So that's cool. All right, so now let's go down here. Look through the output located to the file, blah, blah, blah. You should see a PowerShell command. Yes, thank you, TryHackMe. I'm not even reading this. I'm just over here in my machine. It's taking me a lot of effort to not go to this directly. But, you know, I give kudos to TryHackMe for, you know, using what would, in my opinion, be an actual real world example. So this is awesome. Wareville, TryHackMe. So the EP, this is awesome how it goes into the actual command line here. And I'm not gonna lie, if you're one to go from Linux to Windows, I always forget, you know, what's the Windows version of this, what's the Linux version, and I wish I could be one of those cool hacker, you know, very intelligent people that can just whip these arguments and command lines on the top of my head. But no, I hate to show my weakness here, but I definitely have to go and Google this every once in a while, just because, you know, you do so many things on the defense side and you're just like, poop, I forgot how to do this. And then you spend 10 minutes trying to figure that out, and then you have to go back. So really cool that they go in and explain this here. And the download file method pulls a file, in this case, that PowerShell script that we saw right here, from a remote server, which is our GitHub user content. So it saves it to the program data folder on the target machine, and once downloaded, the script will execute with PowerShell using the IX command, which triggers a download for that PowerShell file. So If you visit the contents of the file to be downloaded to your browsers, if we go here, you'll see just how lucky we were that we're not currently using Windows, which is very true. I always read articles in some cases where, you know, a threat actor will deploy malware, whether it's through phishing or whatever else. But, you know, I'm afraid to honestly open this in my Windows machine too. I don't know why click's not working here, but probably because I'm in a terminal. So we'll just manually go here because why not? But like I was saying, you often hear these companies that try to get breached and hacked, and the malware couldn't execute correctly because it was targeting maybe an older version of like a Windows system, like Windows XP, and the company uses Windows 11, right? Obviously, that malware isn't going to be compatible to that newer version of OS or the malware itself. In this instance, we see here where the malware is targeting a Windows machine, but we're running Linux. So obviously the malware isn't going to work because the Linux environment is very, very different than the Windows environment. So, and yes, if you're curious, I am a Windows person. I enjoy Linux. There's some pros and cons about using Linux, and but I just like Windows. I like the usability factor of it, and honestly, it's just, you know, I just enjoy the usability factor. And some people are like, oh man, I love Linux. I can do this and this and this, and I'm like, you know what, good for you. I'm happy you can do that. But with me, no, I'll just stick to Windows. So I'm over here. I'm gonna be typing in this address, and I'm sorry if you're watching me struggle, but that's okay. We're all here. As Bob Ross says, happy mistakes, happy typos. All right, I hope that's correct. Maybe not. Raw GitHub user content.com hyphen. Oh, I put Maryville. Oh, how embarrassing. No, this is Wareville, not Maryville. It's always a typo or a colon missing, and you're just like, ah, been banging my head all day on this. Wareville, TryHackMe. Oh, and I was correct. That was a S, not a 5. And this is a 2. I'm like, man, why is it loading so long? Oh, that's why. Dot usercontent.com mmwareville. And I'm sure some people watching this, they're just like, just copy and paste, just copy and paste. And I'm just like, it's not letting me copy and paste. Otherwise I would. Well, that looks correct, but okay, that's okay. We can just scroll down here. We can look at the PowerShell script that TryHackMe provided. And who knows, right? Maybe I just assumed that we could go here, maybe not. I guess we could use a wget command and download it onto our Linux machine. I wonder if that's a thing. See, this is the issue. This is this is why I have a hard time ever completing labs, because I just kind of go have my own side quests sometimes, and it does annoy some people, but you know, that's okay. We're just here to have fun. Aha, that works. Watch it not be available, and that's fine. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go down here, and it looks like this is interesting. So it's collecting, or we're looking for Bitcoin. Yeah, all these different Bitcoin vendors. And if you're one that does Bitcoin investment, you know, you're probably very familiar with these names. So, and it looks like they're putting everything in a text file called stoleninfo.txt. And they're adding their crypto wallet, I'm guessing, is what's going on here. So that's cool. They're basically looking for Bitcoin and just stealing all of the money from the Bitcoin. So The script is designed to collect highly sensitive information from the victim's system, such as cryptocurrency wallets, boom, called it, and saved browser credentials. Again, right? I think I talked about this earlier in the video, how a lot of the times these quote-unquote freeware websites, you download something, and my best advice, not everything's free. There's always a cost. Nothing's free these days, even using AI tools, right? You're giving them information. So, as a disclaimer, all content in this room, including CPP code, PowerShell scripts, and commands, is provided solely for educational purposes. Please do not execute these on a Windows host. So yes, I am glad I did not do this on my home computer here. But again, right, for educational purposes, this is why TryHackMe, in my opinion, is great. You're able to do things like this if you don't have the flexibility of a home lab, or, you're able to have those ethical guardrails to protect you against this stuff. So, searching the source. There are many paths we could take to continue our investigation. We could investigate the website further, analysis of source code, and oh gosh, yes, TryHackMe. This hit me very, very well because I want to do everything. So, however, in this room, we'll try something a bit different. Since we already have the PowerShell code, kind of. Searching for it online might give us useful leads. It's a long shot, and we'll explore this exercise. And this is very true, especially if we see, it's again, right, it's very common where adversaries might take over GitHubs or post their own GitHub, and the code is not always, I would say, ethical or authentic, right? Just like social media where we have clickbait. I've seen times where threat actors will post their GitHub repos or even stuff on Reddit that's just like, oh man, I've defined gravity with this GitHub code I made, and I'd spent hours for it, and it's like this amazing code and this amazing project that's all bundled together, and a developer downloads it, and there's one single line of code that has that embed content. That's definitely not safe for a business or even a personal computer. So I always tell people, be very careful. Again, back to what I was saying earlier, I guess theme of this video is, nothing's free. And TryHackMe, in my opinion, did a really good job using a very common real world example. So, yeah, thank you, TryHackMe. You guys did good. So I don't know if you have your own researchers or if you're taking feedback from the community on stuff like this, but yeah. Hate bloatware. Mayor Wareville, how funny. Oh, oops. Definitely did not mean to go back. Ugh. Oh, now we have to go back to the cyber advent. See, this is why I like doing this stuff live, because I feel like you guys can genuinely see the mistakes that we probably commonly make, like clicking a button we're not supposed to. So yeah, as we go down here, Mayor Wareville commented yesterday, hey bloatware, I came across this pretty cool C++ script of yours and I'd like to use it for Wareware. Only issue is I'm not too good. I don't really vibe, man. Malware of Wareville. Man, that's a tongue twister. I'm very much comfortable with PowerShell. Okay, so it looks like, this looks like the user had made a critical mistake. So, sharp as a butter knife these days. Oh, Mr. Mayor, he must be very popular on X. So this is a classic case of OPSEC failure. Operational security is a term originally coined in the military. So if you ever do OPSEC or look for open source intelligent things, I always tell people do it as discreet as possible, right? If you're searching for things, do it broadly. Another thing is be very careful with what you're searching, right? Because again, being on the defense side and being an analyst that's trying to protect a business, we tend to get so caught up in the case that we tend to also dirty the case at the same time. And I always walk in regardless if the incident is small or if I'm just doing a day-to-day investigation. I walk in assuming that my company's been breached, or I walk in assuming that worst case scenario, regardless again of how small or minor or critical the case is. Because again, if there is a chance that something or someone is in the network, I don't want to tip my hand to them. I don't want them to know that I know that they know that I know, if that makes sense. And it's something that we very, very, very much see today. It's no different if we have a real world investigation happening and there's tape all over the place, and the cops and the first responders are telling people that they can't walk through here, you know, they're gonna dirty the crime scene, or, you know, whatever that case is. It's the same here. We don't want to dirty our crime scene, and again, right, especially if if that person is watching their own crime scene unfold, we want to be as discreet as possible, because otherwise we don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know if they're just gonna drop a massive digital explosion in our environment. We just don't know here. So it's always important to be as secretive as possible. It's very important just to ensure that you're doing the best that you can on the defense side. And with this example here, we can see Mayor Malware probably doing the opposite of what we're trying to do here. And it looks like this isn't gonna connect, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel this. But yeah, you know, this is, he left his footprint out there. You know, we can clearly see that he's involved with this GitHub project. So again, TryHackMe does a great way. You can pause this. I'm not gonna read through each one, but you know, they kind of go over some OPSEC here. And OPSEC is very, very, very important, because again, right, it can benefit us on the defense side, or it can harm us on the defense side, and it goes both ways on the red team side as well. So here we're gonna go down here to Alpha Bay admin takedown. Let's see here. One of the most spectacular OPSEC failures involved Alexander Kazas, the administrator at Alpha Bay, one of the largest dark web marketplaces. So Kazas uses the email this and early welcome emails from the site. This email included his year of birth and other identifying information. He also cashed out using a Bitcoin account that cited his real name. Oh man, I'm sorry. I feel like this could be a meme. Oh, okay, I'm gonna bite my tongue on making GIFs and memes out of this, but okay, then we have APT1, ugly gorilla. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we're just, that's funny. Those are funny. I feel like I can cover, I feel like I should have a fun podcast episode talking about bad OPSEC on malicious entities, but okay, I'll make a note for that for later. So now we're gonna go down here, uncovering MM. I'm guessing MM is going to be from Mayor Malware. So if you've thoroughly investigated the GitHub search result, you should have uncovered several clues based on poor OPSEC practices by the malicious actor. Yes. So we know that the actor left a distinctive signature in the PowerShell code that allowed us to search for related repositories and issue pages on GitHub. And when we discovered the issue pages where the attacker engaged in discussion, providing context and linking their activity to other projects. I'm guessing Mayor Malware probably is very public on GitHub and clicking a bunch of other things. So let's see here. I wonder if this ever loaded. Oh, I guess I exited out, didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, connection timed out. Let's see. I'm gonna triple check that one more time. Let's try this one. Bloatware. Crypto wallet hyphen search choose one. Oh, I wonder if the internet's just blocked. Oh, I bet that's what it is. I bet the internet's turned off on this. Okay, well, that would make sense then. And I guess we can use our home screen if we wanted to. I'm just looking in a new tab. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, they went full out since like October 30th. Look at all these participants. How awesome is that? Okay, so interesting. Okay, so one thing that we can obviously do, especially if we're doing the OSINT stuff. Oh, they even got an achievement. Good for them. Good for them for getting an achievement. Oh, he has 205 followers. He's not following anyone. Man. Okay. So he has his own repository, stars. I wonder if, let's see here. Not on GitHub a whole lot, but oh, he's so popular. Look at Mayor Malware. So, it's kind of cool that you can go in and see. Oh, show more activity. Created one commit in a repo. So Mayor malware. I run things in mail. I like how he uses emojis. Like I said, he's kind of a cool dude for using emojis and stuff like that. Find me on Wareville. Thanks. Let's see here. This is gonna be me clicking around. Oh, it's gonna be... Okay, that's fine. We'll go back here. Otherwise, I'm gonna rabbit hole into oblivion. So, what's next? Well, McSkitty dug deeper, her mind sharp and quick, but something felt a peculiar trick. The pieces she gathered just didn't align, a puzzle with gaps, a tangled design. Oh my gosh, it rhymes. I can't. So, as McSkitty continued digging, a pattern emerged that didn't fit the persona she was piecing together. A different handle appeared in obscure places, buried deep in the details. Who's MM? McSkitty muttered, the mystery deepening. Even though all signs on the website seemed to point to Glitch as the author, it became clear that someone had done great lengths to ensure Glitch's name appeared everywhere, yet the scattered traces left by MM suggested a deliberate effort to shift the blame, which is something that we did come across, right? We can see that Mirror malware, oh my goodness, that is such a tongue twister for me, that Mirror malware clearly had something to deal with that website, because we think back when we downloaded that MP3 from this website, that song with an M, not an N, also downloaded with it. And that is how we initially found that PowerShell, which led us to the GitHub for Mirror malware, which he cleverly did not cover, by the way, because it just, he's just not, I would say, the brightest on covering his own tracks, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna go back to that 1010 website again, that converter page. So we're just gonna plop it on over here, and then I'm very curious. So again, this is me rabbit holing here just because I want to see if there's anything else. So it's calling to this JavaScript. Okay, so it's just nothing too much sticking out here. So let's see here. Let's go back. Is there anything interesting? There's this page, or the image, which I'm guessing is just the image of the page. CSS, I doubt there's anything interesting to see. Yeah, it's just normal web stuff, but that's okay. So I also wonder if we search for MM on here, anything else pops up. A most official exclamation. Oh my. I really enjoy always how this is also like promoted on the page as well, and then a fake security monitor down here. I wonder if we inspect this, what pops up here. Nothing too exciting here. Just saying, I wonder if I click network, do we see anything else happening? No, not really. Okay, that's okay. And that's fine. I don't want to poke around too much again because, well, time of the video, and then also I will be here all day analyzing every single little thing that I can because it's just so fun, because why not? So, scrolling down, you'll see the feature list, which promises secure and... Oh, wait. This is me going back to the top again because I needed that IP. So it looks like the song.mp3 file is not what we expected to run. Expect tool song.mp3 in your terminal and find out the author of the song. Who is the author? So, are we talking about song? I guess we are. So, we go down here, we go back to the terminal. Not the terminal I had, that's okay. So, we go back here, we're just gonna go ahead and do .mp3. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I definitely did. Tyler Ramsby. Nice. Okay, so we'll go ahead and submit this as our answer. Yay! Whoop whoop! So the malicious PowerShell script sends stolen info into a C2 server. What is the URL of the C2? C2 is going to be the command and control server, which is usually hosted by the threat actor, and it's going to be, I call it the landing page of all of that collective information, because it has to go somewhere, right? And that command and control is usually that landing page for information collection, or even potentially deploying that second stage of that attack framework with malware. So we'll go back. They had that GitHub page up here. So Papa Shell. Oh gosh. Okay, so if we go down here, TryHackMe is very nice. So I'll already go ahead and post that this is the C2 server down here. So we're gonna send all of this information to the website called papashell.tryhackme/data. Oh my goodness. It reminds me of Buddy the Elf, and he's all like, I'm Papa Elf. Okay, so I wonder if it just wants the, okay, cool. It took the full domain. I wasn't sure if it just wanted the top level. Who was MM? Maybe his GitHub profile would provide clues. Well, we know that this is Mayor Malware. Boo, Mayor Malware. He is not going to get reinstated as mayor. So, what is the number of commits on the GitHub repo where the issue was raised? Ooh, that's a good question. So, this was issues, pull requests, and again, right, I'm not really a GitHub person, but maybe if we go to C++, what was the question again? What is the number of commits? Oh, commits, okay. Not pull, not actions. I know people that are using GitHub all the time are probably pulling their hair out right now watching this. Oh, here we go. Insights commits. Looks like 1. That was easy. Once you found it. If you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out OPSEC Room. Oh, how exciting. Oh, they're promoting their OPSEC Room. Oh, yes. Oh, and they talk about the MITRE attack framework. How amazing. Okay. So we'll go back here. We went to it. We checked it out. We're going to hit complete. So what's with all of these GitHub repos? Could this hide something else? I mean, obviously, right? Obviously it can. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video for the day 1 challenge. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you learned something. I hope maybe this encourages you to go check out TryHackMe. Again, I want to try to do my best to do overviews for all of these videos here, but again, thank you guys so much, and I do encourage you to like and subscribe. You can visit all of my content in my website by going to cyberspeaklabs.com. I do have my own Discord channel where we are actually, a lot of the community members are talking about the advent of cyber right now. It's a great place, great collaboration. You can join by clicking down here. We also offer a very, very, very awesome podcast called Defenders and Lab Codes. I'm always looking for people to help me with research, so if that's something that you want to collaborate or just learn more, you absolutely can. And we are also on LinkedIn, so make sure you give us a fun little shout out on LinkedIn as well. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you all collaborating to learn, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share the content. See ya!